Yeah, the Tulsa Symphony Orchestra, they got a really cool thing, Made in America. We've got Edwin Outwater in the studio. Edwin, thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure, Joe.
You are the conductor out there. You've conducted here in Tulsa, and you do so every once in a while. You're from Canada, though.
Yeah, I have an orchestra in Canada. I live in California. I'm a traveling musician, I guess you'd say. I'm all over the place.
But you're doing this Made in America series, and yet you're not living in America.
Well,
I'm asking you the tough questions. I'm sorry. Let's just skip to the facts.
I live in America part-time, and I'm an American citizen, and I pay my taxes in America. So I suppose that makes me pretty American.
Talk about the show. How many songs?
Well, there are about eight different pieces on the program by all sorts of different American composers, some of whom you may have heard of, like John Williams, who wrote the music for Star Wars. Some you may not have heard of, like Samuel Barber, who's an American composer from the kind of 50s and 60s. Though you might know his music, he wrote the famous tune from the movie Platoon, the Adagio for Strings. We're playing another piece by him. Leonard Bernstein, you probably know, West Side Story. So lots of really fun and amazing American music.
And America's not that old, so it's pretty contemporary, classic music.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, American orchestral music didn't really start on its own until the 20s and 30s. That was the first time there was an American style, because at first Americans were trying to import European music and write like Europeans. But in the meantime, these two kind of forms of music, jazz and rock and roll, and blues were kind of coming up. And when that kind of music from America got integrated into orchestral music, then we got our American style.
So is this what you're capturing tomorrow night, is that 1920s up to present kind of music?
Yeah, I would say so, definitely. And it's really amazing music. And it's American the second you hear it, though it's kind of hard to describe why. Maybe because we hear it in the music so much.
Well, a lot of these, have sports themes, like we've heard it before on the Olympics, like John Williams. People are going to be able to meet the musicians afterwards, right?
Yeah, that's nice, because orchestra concerts, they always seem so far away, these musicians. Who are they? If it were a sports team, you'd know, what they do, what trouble they got into, things like that.
The whole story.
You know the whole story. Musicians, it's less so, and it's nice that the symphony's trying to get the audience closer. So it's in a pavilion on the side of the theater after the concert.
Okay, well, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in, Edwin.
Pleasure.
And it's happening tomorrow, what time?
7:30, and tickets are as low as $5, and there's a pre-concert talk at 6:30 with me, if you want to come a little earlier and learn a little bit more about the music.
Cool. Edwin, thank you so much for coming in.
All right.
All right, for more information, you could go to tulsasymphony.org for Made in America happening tomorrow night.